Hey everybody, I'm here sitting in my kitchen, my apartment, and I want to resource you guys with something. And I thought instead of just writing a blog, to record a video with this handy tripod I got for Christmas that I've used one time. But but this is a subject that I've been really thinking about for a long time, and I've been mulling it over in my own mind because the Lord's been dealing with me about certain things. But you know, I love church, and I really, really enjoy being there on a Sunday morning. I enjoy the people, the worship. But now, even more so now that I'm working at the church, church is so busy. Sunday mornings are so busy. There's 1,000 little things that have to get done because you want to make sure that you're having a great, smooth, seamless service for everyone, that you really forget to focus on the people. Focus on the people there. Now, I know that Pastor Josh stresses us over and over again with us as leadership, but the time at church is not a time to be getting things done. It's a time of connecting with people and being around the people that God has put into your life, and not just your good friends, but going out and reaching out to the people who may not be comfortable there. And I want to make a statement, just one big thought about it, saying that when you go and you reach out to those people, the conversation that you're having with them at that time is the most important thing that is happening in your life right now. You see, our culture is so ADD, always moving from subject to subject. You're thinking about the next thing that you want to be doing when you're having a conversation. I heard it said one time that most people aren't listening to a conversation; they're just waiting for their opportunity to speak, and that is true. That is true, and it's so hurts my heart because these people that God brings into a church or like I was at one point in time, looking for a community, really looking for friendships, and really praying that God would put people in their life. So the times that we make time to have these conversations, I'd say that they're the most important conversation that is happening in the world right at that moment. And we see this in Jesus' life. You can read along in the story. I'm not going to read it word for word, but in Mark chapter 5, you see Jesus was on a mission. He had been approached by a synagogue leader who said his daughter was dying, and he asked Jesus to come and heal him. And Jesus was on a mission. He was going after and want to go to that leader's house and heal that person. And there was a crowd around him. They were pressing down on him. He couldn't get to where he was going, but there was one woman who pressed through the crowd and touched the hem of his garment. And Jesus, at that point in time, he perceived that power had gone out of him, and he stopped what he was doing, everything that he was doing. There was a little girl dying over here that he had to go heal, and he stopped what he was doing and said, "Who touched me? Who touched me?" And the lady approaches him and she said, "It was I." And he said, "Daughter, your faith has made you whole." She needed to hear that at that moment. She had already received her healing, but she needed to speak with the man that had given her healing. Jesus stopped the busyness to have the conversation with the person who needed to hear it. So on Sunday mornings, it's so busy. We all got departments that we're in charge of trying to get everything done. We have to stop being busy and focus on the person who needs to hear from you. Now, I learned this very on when I was beginning to date, much younger. I had no conversation pieces. I couldn't talk about anything. I would just sit there silent because I had nothing to say. And I learned very on that a person's favorite subject is themselves. So when you're having these conversations, yes, we can talk about the weather, and we live in Dallas, so you can talk about the Cowboys. I don't know why you would, but the most important thing is asking this person about them. Hey, how you doing? Where you're from? What do you do for a living? What brought you here? These are the type of questions that are probing them, that's going to let them know that you're interested in who they are. And that's what they're seeking by coming to a place like Overflow Church on a Sunday morning. They're seeking a family who cares about them. They're seeking a community that they know that they can trust and that they're going to be there with them. So that's why I'm personally challenging myself in this, and I told you the Lord's been dealing with me in this a lot. But the conversation that you are having with a person is the most important conversation that you could be having right at that time. I really hope that this blesses you. I decided to do this instead of writing this month, but just remember, it's not even just at church. It's your coworkers, your friends, your family. Listen to what they have to say and engage them, because who knows who's just out there just waiting for someone to say, the Lord loves you and He has a plan and a purpose for your life. Anyway, bless you guys. Y'all have a wonderful weekend.